July 10, 1945. The war in Europe has been over for 2 months. Germany is a smoking ruin. Hitler is dead. The entire Nazi U-boat fleet is either scuttled at the bottom of the ocean or rusting in Allied ports. The war is over. Then, at dawn, off the coast of Argentina, fishermen see an impossible silhouette emerge from the mist. A massive German Type 9 U-boat running on the surface, its white flag of surrender flapping in the breeze. This is U-530. It is 63 days late to the end of the war. Subscribe for more untold World War II stories. The world erupts. Where had this ghost submarine been for 2 months? Why did it cross the entire Atlantic to surrender to a neutral country? And the one question that electrified the globe, a rumor that sent the FBI and Allied intelligence scrambling, was Hitler on board? When Argentine officials boarded the U-boat, the mystery deepened. The crew of 54 men, led by their 24-year-old captain, Otto Vermuth, had no personal identification papers. The ship's official logbook, the single most important document on any naval vessel, was gone. All of its secret code books, gone. Its 22 torpedoes, dumped at sea. And then, the most damning clue of all, the engines. Captain Vermuth had deliberately sabotaged them, pouring acid into the machinery just before entering the harbor. Why? Why would a surrendering captain destroy his logbook, erase his ship's history, and sabotage his own engines? Unless he was covering the tracks of a top-secret final mission. The 60-day gap in the timeline was a black hole, and speculation rushed in to fill it. Theory 1. The U-boat was smuggling a fortune in Nazi gold and treasure. Theory 2. It was smuggling high-ranking SS officials. And Theory 3, the one that made every headline, it had carried Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun to a secret hideout in Patagonia. This wasn't just tabloid fantasy. An Argentine reporter claimed to have a police report of a mysterious submarine landing on the coast, unloading a high-ranking officer and a civilian. The FBI in Washington received tips of a sub landing Hitler in southern Argentina. A Brazilian admiral even publicly accused U-530 of a final act of war, torpedoing the cruiser Bahia on July 4th, long after Germany's surrender. Then, as if to prove the conspiracy, another ghost U-boat, U-977, appeared in Argentina 5 weeks later. 2 submarines, both months late. This wasn't an anomaly. It was a pattern. So what is the truth? Was U-530 on a secret mission to save the Führer? The answer is found in the mind of its 24-year-old captain. Here is what we know. U-530's final patrol began in March 1945. On May 8th, VE Day, the U-boat was in the middle of the Atlantic when the order from Admiral Dönitz arrived. All U-boats, cease hostilities, surrender to the nearest Allied port. Captain Vermuth was in his first command. He heard the order, and he made a fateful choice. He chose to disobey. He told his crew the surrender message was an Allied trick. He was convinced that surrendering to the Americans or the British meant summary execution on the deck of his boat, or worse, being handed over to the Soviets for a lifetime in a gulag. His mission was no longer for the Reich. It was for survival. He pointed his boat south, not toward an Allied port, but on a desperate 7,000-mile crawl to the one place he thought would be sympathetic, Argentina. This explains the 60-day delay. This wasn't a high-speed VIP transport. This was a terrified, cautious sneak. For 2 months, U-530 became a phantom. It stayed submerged during the day, running on its snorkel to charge batteries, creeping along just below the surface. Vermuth only surfaced in the dead of night to make better time. All 54 men living on reduced rations, in stale air, listening for the ping of an Allied destroyer they assumed was still hunting them. And the conspiracies? The Brazilian cruiser Bahia? A post-war inquiry proved, conclusively, it was sunk by a horrific onboard explosion during a training drill. No submarine was involved. Hitler? Exhaustive forensic evidence confirmed Hitler died in his Berlin bunker. The secret landings were nothing more than wartime rumors. A physical inspection of U-530 revealed no hidden chambers, no clues, no sign of any passengers. So why destroy the logbook and sabotage the engines? To cover his real crime. Wehrmacht wasn't hiding a secret mission from Hitler. He was hiding his disobedience from Allied interrogators. He destroyed the log to erase any record of his final patrol and his defiance of the surrender order. He sabotaged the engines to ensure the U-boat, his only bargaining chip, couldn't be easily taken from him. In the end, the crew of U-530 was handed over to the United States. They were interrogated for months, but the story never changed. They were just sailors trying to save their own lives. In 1947, they were all repatriated to Germany. No one was ever charged with a crime. The U-boat itself, a prize of war, was towed off the coast of Cape Cod. On November 20th, 1947, the U.S. submarine USS Toro fired a single torpedo. The weapon struck U-530, breaking the ghost ship in two and sending it to the bottom of the Atlantic. The legend of U-530 became a story far more powerful than the reality. It remains one of history's greatest what-ifs, a chilling tale of a rogue captain and a 60-day voyage into the unknown. It proves that even when the war is officially over, the last desperate stories of survival are still being written.